Talk to you after the match. Took one of those discs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put my name down for one when you're ready.
What, the season review things?
Yeah.
We can't release them because the formatting of the disc isn't right. That's why we put it on the YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah, we were going to sell them, but the disc ain't right. So we thought don't want it to go to waste, so I put it on YouTube so everyone could see it. Shame, really. It was a good production as well. Could have been better. I mean, obviously the camera was not fantastic, but at least this season will be better. Right, here we go. Time to go live, people. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Under a gloomy sky at Sphinx Drive, it's time for Coventry United to bring a little bit of sunshine into our lives. Welcome to another edition of Coventry's #1 local sports coverage. This is Hills FM Match Day with your esteemed host, the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook. We are bringing you live coverage of today's Midland League Premier Division fixture between Coventry United and Brocton. Of course, a big shout out to all of our listeners from Brocton, and equally as well to the fans of Coventry United who couldn't make the game today. And yep, the cows are home already. Seriously, why don't we just nickname the team the Cows and be done with it? Of course, welcome one and all to the show. We are 15 minutes away from kickoff, and get your backside into this stand before I turn you into a McDonald's burger. Of course, a big shout out to our sponsors, Graham the Plumbers Merchants, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom, heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Let's go through the team news now for both sides, starting with our visitors of Brocton. In goal we have number 1, Aidan Stone, number 2, Luke Wright, 3, Adam Robinson, 4, Ben Taylor, 5, Harry Flowers, 6, Josh Wilson, number 7, the captain, Daniel Lomas, number 8, Tom Vaughan, 9, Dominic Dell, number 10, David Burks, and 11, Matthew Hardiman. On the bench, we have number 12, Matthew Dean, 14, Josh Sedgley, 15, Callum Head, and number 16 is Declan Green. And for Coventry United this afternoon, we have number 1, Rich Morris, 2, Pierre Mudim, 3, Lewis Hudson, 4, Jean Decouri, 5, Callum Burgess, number 6, Jamie Coleman, 7, Kevin Thornton, 8, the captain, Chris Cox, number 9, Ben Mackey, 10, Josh O'Grady, and 11, Mikael Beckley. So the main news for Coventry United today is that Lewis Hudson is back after his suspension for that red card against Bournemouth St Michael's. We also have Josh O'Grady back in the starting 11 at the expense of Kai Williams. Rather surprising move there from Terry Anderson, but Williams is on the bench, and that bench consists of Rob Prinzel, Kai Williams, Muzzy Nduna, Gif Musa, and Brian Unlov. So, unfortunately, going for a front three again today in Mackey, O'Grady, and Beckley. The Sky Blues of Coventry City are in action this afternoon for the first time without their manager Tony Mowbray. The former West Brom and Celtic boss resigned on Thursday morning, right in the middle of Sports Lounge on Hills FM. So we got to report on it live on Hills FM. So we've got, that's two things we've got to add to our repertoire now. We've got to announce Coventry City coming home to the Rico a couple of years ago, and then we've got Tony Mowbray leaving the Sky Blues. One a lot more pleasant than the other, but it's the hand that we've been dealt. Mark Venus is going to be in charge of Coventry City this afternoon as they travel to Vale Park, in my opinion one of the worst grounds in League One. Around 500 Sky Blues fans expected at Vale Park in Stoke. The team news from that game, Lee Burge starts in goal for the Sky Blues. The defence consists of Jordan Willis, Jordan Turnbull, Jamie Sterry and Lewis Page. A three-man midfield of Ben Stevenson, Chris McCann and Gail Bigaramana. And up front, Marvin Sordell, Andre Wright and Dan Agyai. At the bench, Corey Adai, Sam Ricketts, Vladimir Badzev, Jody Jones, Ruben Ramirez, Marcus Tudguy and Kian Harries. We're not the only match happening in the country today, not by a long shot. We've got some games to tell you about. Well, we heard United manager Terry Anderson shout out with delight earlier on because Liverpool are still leading Swansea by 2-1. We haven't got the confirmation that is a final score yet. Well, it hasn't come up on the Sky Sports website, but it has finished now. It's Liverpool 2, Swansea 1. The website a little bit slow in uploading that final score. But yeah, we can tell you that it is now 2-1 to Liverpool. It's game over. Another 2-1 in the second early kick-off between Fulham and QPR, with QPR winning by 2-1. Difficult week for Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, the Hoops manager, after being caught up in this bung scandal. Let's take you through the matches that will be kicking off at 3 o'clock in the Premier League. Hull City versus Chelsea. Sunderland host West Bromwich Albion. Watford take on Bournemouth, and West Ham United are up against recently promoted Middlesbrough. In the Championship, Birmingham City versus Blackburn Rovers. Brentford host Wigan. Bristol City are up against Nottingham Forest. Cardiff travel to Burton. Ipswich versus Huddersfield Town. Leeds United against Barnsley in a nice little Yorkshire derby. Preston North End are up against Aston Villa. Reading take on Derby County. Rotherham are up against Newcastle United. Sheffield Wednesday have Brighton at home, and Wolves take on Norwich in the late kickoff. In League One, AFC Wimbledon are taking on Gillingham. We've got Bolton against Oxford. Bury versus Scunthorpe United. Charlton Athletic versus Rochdale. Chesterfield at home to Bradford. Sheffield United travel up north to Fleetwood. Northampton take on Bristol Rovers at Sixfields. It's Oldham versus Milton Keynes Dons. Of course, Coventry City travel to Port Vale. Shrewsbury are up against Swindon. Southend at home to Peterborough. And Walsall welcome Millwall. At League 2, we have Barnet versus Leyton Orient. Cambridge United take on Accrington Stanley. Still don't know who they are. Carlisle United versus Colchester United, the battle of the Uniteds up north. Cheltenham are taking on Luton Town. Crawley welcome Blackpool. Crewe Alexandra are at home to Mansfield. It's Grimsby versus Hartlepool. Newport County versus Stevenage. Notts County versus Morecambe. Plymouth are at home to Yeovil Town. A little bit of a South Coast derby there. Portsmouth are up against Doncaster Rovers. And finally, we have Wycombe Wanderers versus Exeter. So those are the professional games that we have lined up for you today. Let's talk about the fixtures in the Midland League Premier Division. Of course, the big one, Coventry United versus Brocton. Heanor Town are up against Boldmere St Michael's. Highgate are at home to AFC Wolfrunians. Long Eaton United, Coventry's opponents in the FA Vars. They are at home to Coleshill. Quorn take on Alvechurch. Roaster are up against Walsall Wood. Shawbury United struggling down in the bottom 5 there, up against Coventry Sphinx. Shepshed are at home to Lye Town. Sporting Calcer take on St Andrews. Tivedale welcome Stourport Swifts. And our league leaders Westfields are at home to the Walton Casuals. So those are all the matches that we'll be keeping our eye on. We will be keeping an eye on the local fixtures as well, with I believe Coventry Rugby Club are in action this afternoon. I'm not too sure about Wasp. We'll have to check on the fixtures, because seriously, the episode of Sports Lounge this Thursday was so packed we didn't even get to go through the fixtures for this weekend. Of course, we usually do a segment called the Fixture List, where we tell you how you can follow your local clubs. But because of an interview we had with Moz Baker from the Sky Blue Trust, it was a very hectic show. We had to cut out several of our main elements. We can confirm that Coventry RFC are at home today. They are taking on Hartbury College. So we will endeavour to bring you the latest scores from that encounter. 7 minutes to go until kick-off as the players are going to be making their way down to the pitch very shortly. Once again, a big shout out to our sponsors at Graham, the Plumbers Merchants, of course the shirt sponsors of Coventry United as well, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Now, there's a couple of danger men to look out for today for Brocton. There's 3 players tied on 3 goals in all competitions, I believe, for Brocton. No out-and-out top scorer so far this season, with Burks, Lomas and Williams all tied on 3 goals each. Again, it's not been the brightest of starts for Brocton, just 2 wins out of 9 league games so far, which leaves them down in 21st place, 4 points ahead of Tibdale. And also a bit of breaking news to bring you from Sphinx Drive. Coventry United unveiled the August Player of the Month, and that award went to Jean de Corey. Outstanding performances during the month of August. We're a month removed from August, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be handing out the September award next week. The August Player of the Month award, although it was a little bit delayed, did go to Jean de Corey, so congratulations to Jean. But of course there were quite a few players who made their mark. It was a difficult month, August, but United have got themselves back in the groove now. But again, the surprise story from the team news at Sphinx Drive is that Kai Williams has been dropped to the bench. He'll be on the bench. He'll be wearing the number 14 if he does come on. Josh O'Grady has been restored to the starting lineup after a substitute appearance last week in the FA Vars match at home to Wednesfield. We've had stop-start rain here at Sphinx Drive. The camera is inside the stand today, so don't blame me if the footage isn't as crystal clear as we are used to, because I don't want to get my camera wet. 1 minute the sun's starting to shine, the other minute it's pouring rain, so we're being safe rather than sorry today here on Hillsford Match Day. So the camera will be inside the stand, but of course we will be able to bring you highlights of the match between United and Brocton, hopefully tomorrow. We've got everything sorted now. We had a bit of a nightmare couple of weeks as far as the highlights were concerned. We've got, as you know, a new camera. We've been struggling to find a way to upload the coverage quick and effectively. We have got that sorted now. And also, as a gesture of goodwill to the fans, we've released the Coventry United season review. I would say it's a DVD, but it's not anymore. Video production, which is entitled Promotion, the Coventry United story of 2015-16. That's now on YouTube. Go and check that out. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who also viewed the highlights of the United Wednesfield game. We've got over 130 views on that coverage, so a big thank you to everyone who took the time to check that coverage out. For more updates from Coventry United and Matchday, you can follow us on Twitter at MatchdayHills for the latest news from the club and the show. Just a couple of minutes away from kick-off now, so we see the United training staff come to the dugout. So we've got Luke Morton, Harry Barnes, and I'd say a rather happy Terry Anderson after a victory for Liverpool. It's the beloved Reds. But from the Reds of Liverpool to the Reds of Coventry United, as the Red and Green Army make their way onto the pitch here at Sphinx Drive. Exclusive non-league action here on Hillsford Matchday. Live coverage of this Midland League Premier Division match between Coventry United and Brocton. So once again, let's take you through the starting lineups for today's match. Kicking off with our visitors of Brocton. We have number 1, Aidan Stone. 2, Luke Wright. 3, Adam Robinson. 4, Ben Taylor. 5, Harry Flowers. Number 6, Josh Wilson. 7, Daniel Lomas. Number 8, Tom Vaughan. 9, Dominic Dell. 10, David Burks. And 11, Matthew Hardiman. For Coventry United, we have number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Lewis Hudson. 4, Jean Nakori. 5, Callum Burgess. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Chris Cox. 9, Ben Mackey. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Mikael Beckley. Brocton in green and white today. And of course, Coventry United in their red and green. It's been a good couple of weeks for Coventry United. I believe 3 consecutive wins after a blip in late August. As the referee calls the captains into the centre circle, Chris Cox and Daniel Lomas. So in case you missed it, the draw for the first round proper of the FA Vase was made this week. And Coventry United will face a trip to fellow Premier Division side Long Eaton United. I believe the sports club are organising a coach to that match. So do hit up the sports club on Twitter for details on the coach, and also look on the Coventry United website for more details on the match. It will be held in October, I believe on the 26th of October. It's hard to think that we're in October already. I mean, we've been going for 2 months, well 3 months if you include the pre-season friendlies here on Hillsford match day. It feels like yesterday that we were in, we had Ashby Ivanhoe, we had quite a few teams in pre-season, a very busy pre-season, but that's in the past now. It's league competition here at Sphinx Drive, and here we go. We are underway. United lose possession on the right-hand side. Heidemann breaks down the left wing, but can't keep the ball in play. United have a throw-in inside their own half to be taken by Pierre Mudem, who's back in the team today. Rob Prinzel on the bench. Cox plays it into centre-back with Jamie Coleman. Switches onto the left-hand side. The teenage left-back Lewis Hudson, returning from suspension, plays it forward to Mikael Beckley, who's had a fantastic start to his United career. He's made his way into the area, plays it back to the August Player of the Month, Jean Decory. Here's the captain, Chris Cox. Onto the right wing now with Pierre Mudem. O'Grady wants it. O'Grady's got it. Not the most powerful of passes, but it's found last season's top scorer. Receives a bit of a tug on the shirt there. Referee says nothing doing. And here's a throw into Coventry United as Matthew Hardiman plays it out of the boundaries. Cox puts the cross in. He's looking for Beckley. He won't find him. He might find Kevin Thornton. Thornton takes a tumble in the penalty area. Referee says no. A chance to have Robinson to clear, and he does. Decory batting for the ball there with Vaughan. That's gone out now for a throw-in to Brocton. To be taken by Adam Robinson. He's got 2 options up line. Finds Vaughan. It's played back into defence, and they will have another throw in here a little bit further down. So Robinson once again with a throw. Led up by Vaughan. And again by Hardiman, but it's out for a throw, and this time to Coventry United. And Mudem once again to take the throw. Up line, nodded on by Cox towards Ben Mackey, but it's poked out of play by Adam Robinson. And it's another United throw in a more advanced position now. And Mudem looking for an option. He's got Thornton with him and O'Grady. Cox sniffing around in there as well. O'Grady plays a 1-2 with Mudem. Mudem tries to put it through the legs of the Brocton defender. That won't work. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Good pressure from Matthew Hardiman to force Mudem into an error. Mudem tries to put it through the legs of the winger. But Hardiman wasn't caught out by that one. Dell. And it's taking a touch off Pierre Mudem. And it's another throw into Brocton on the left-hand side. So United a little bit low on defensive options now, with Gary Moran and Elliot Palmer both leaving to join rugby this week. Moran becoming the manager of rugby, and centre-back Elliot Palmer joining him Lomas puts in across from the right hand side and it's headed onto the crossbar by Matthew Hardiman. Lax defending there from Coventry United. A cracking opportunity. If Hardiman just kept his head, if he kept his header down, it would have gone straight in, but it's a little bit too much height. And the attempt at goal from the left winger. And now United on attack themselves. A great shot to put it over the defence, and Flowers manages to keep the ball away from Beckley, but it's put out for a throw-in on the left wing for Coventry United on the halfway line. But they certainly got away with that one. What a chance for Hardiman to open the scoring, and Lewis Hudson is taken out. It will be a free kick to Coventry United around 10 yards into the United half. Onto the right hand side with Josh O'Grady under pressure from Hardiman. And O'Grady takes a tumble. He was definitely pushed by Hardiman. The referee gives a corner. O'Grady takes a short corner to Thornton on the edge of the area. Plays in Moodham into the penalty area. Moodham may try one at the near post, easily caught there by Aidan Stone. Score update from the Butts Park Arena, and Coventry RFC are behind in the first minute. A try from Harry Randall and a conversion. It's Coventry RFC 0, Hartbury College 7. So not the best of starts for Coventry RFC. It's not been a good week for the local teams. United not in action midweek. We were supposed to be taking on St Andrews in the rearranged fixture in the Polymac Packaging League Cup, but once again that match was didn't take place because the floodlights were still not fixed. Well, Josh Wilson brings the ball under control on the halfway line for Brocton. It's put forward towards Dell, and Dell slips on the wet surface as he tries to bring the ball to his feet on the edge of the area. Well, no early goals to tell you about from the Premier League, or in fact any division so far. What about 5 minutes of play and there's no goals as of yet? It's a very rare occurrence. Usually we're talking about at least 10 goals by now, aren't we? But United now trying to create something. Good pressure from Burks to take the ball away from Mackey. Put forward by Lomas. Adele is onside with space on the left hand side, but he couldn't keep the ball at his feet. It's gone out for a throw-in to Coventry United. They'll be able to regroup at the back. Really ready to launch this one forward. Head forward by the Brocton midfielder. Played back into defence by Vaughan. Here's Luke Wright. A good interception there by Lewis Hudson. Beckley's on the left, in space. He's found Mikael Beckley. Hudson's with him. And back to Hudson beautifully. Great through ball. And is that a trip there from Luke Wright? Referee doesn't seem to think so. And it will in fact be a corner now on this left side. Thornton and O'Grady, both ones that have been battling for supremacy as far as set pieces are concerned. But O'Grady will be taking this one as Thornton takes up a position on the edge of the area. O'Grady puts it in and it's headed away. Robinson can only find Thornton. It's put onto the left once again. O'Grady towards Beckley. It's headed out of the area. But now moving with Cox in support on the right. Cox tries to cut in. Cross it towards the far side, and it's good control there from O'Grady, but he slips. Under pressure from Luke Wright. Still trying to make a opportunity for Coventry United, but it will be a free kick. O'Grady and Wright tussling for the ball. And the referee deciding that it was a tussle too much. Well, we've got the first goal of the day in the professional leagues. Preston 1, Aston Villa 0. It doesn't get easier for the Villains. Aston Villa behind at Deepdale. It's a PG show, so we won't repeat what I'm sure many Coventry City fans will be repeating at home.
We'll sing it for you nice and loud, shall we?
All together now. Still remains 7-0 to Hartbury against Coventry Rugby Club at Butts Park, the future home of Coventry United. We've got to wait until next August for that, but it's getting closer all the time. It's still 0-0 here at Sphinx Drive after 8 minutes. As Pierre Moudon intercepts a long ball, but tries to control it with his head and only finds Hardiman. The Burgess will clear this one, and the long ball was towards Ben Mackey. It's played back to his goal by Ben Taylor, who has been almost ever present for Brocton this season. 12 appearances in League and Cup, the most of any player for the side. A long ball by Robinson has gone over the head of the Brocton attackers. Burgess plays it back to Morris, who finds Lewis Hudson. Plenty of space at left back. Just look at the right option. Thornton plays it back to Jamie Coleman in defence. Plays it forward now. Ben Mackey under pressure from Taylor. He's able to retain possession just about, but no, he's lost it now to Dell. But now Beckley picks it up on the left. Crossing opportunity. O'Grady wants it far post. Mikael Beckley tries to do it all on his own and loses the ball in the penalty area. It's still with United though, with Mackey and Thornton. Loses the ball on the edge of the area. There was a little bit of contact there, but no appeals from the players or fans. Burgess plays it forward to Cox. Tries to flick it onto O'Grady, but a good side challenge there from Adam Robinson to bring the ball away. Vaughan. Pass on to the right-hand side to precisely no one. It's gone out for a throw-in to Coventry United in their own half. Coleman. Hudson again. Decory. A little bit of a clash of bodies there with Lomas. Put forward by Mackey, and it's put out of play. As Decory tried to get back onto the ball, Harry Flowers putting it out for another throw-in in a more advanced position for Coventry United. Maybe time for one of Jamie Coleman's now signature long throws. Coleman drying the ball on his shirt. It's a rather slippy surface at Sphinx Drive after a brief rain shower before kick-off. Coleman puts it in. Cox jumps for it. It's headed away, but Thornton will strike one! And it's blocked in front of the goalkeeper by Flowers. But United have got the ball back on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Josh O'Grady ready to cross this one in. Blocked well by Robinson. But Moudon will bring it back once again. Hardiman trying to make a nuisance of himself. Moudon finds O'Grady, and the far post is Mackey, and it's just edged wide. It looked like the cross was curling in. Mackey didn't get a touch in it, but unfortunately the cross wasn't curling enough. United still remain at 0-0 against Brocton, and it's still 0-0 at Vale Park. Port Vale 0, Coventry City 0. Of course, the Sky Blues' first match without manager Tony Mowbray. Mark Venus in charge of the team for today. There's a lot of rumours going around as to who could replace Mowbray, and the bookies' favourite right now is Harry Barnes, I'm being told, is not on the current list, but I'm sure he will be after intense social media pressure next week, mainly from Harry himself. But the bookies' favourite is in fact former Coventry manager Stephen Presley. Well, there have been rumours about Steve Evans being cited in the director's box at the Rico on Wednesday, and maybe Steve Cottrell as well, but the bookies' favourites on several major websites is in fact former Coventry City manager Stephen Presley. Is Elvis about to re-enter the building? Well, United in no need of a managerial change yet. We're being told the FA have not approached Terry Anderson just yet, but there's still plenty of time. Get yourself down to William Mill, put a tenner on Terry Anderson to be the next manager. Might have been a problem with the language barrier though, they might not understand his accent so well. Well, there's been a rather large scandal this week. I'm being told that as yet there are no allegations in the Telegraph about Luke Morton or Terry Anderson taking bribes to sign players, but again, plenty of time for things to change. But Harry's been looking a little bit shifty recently, so you might have to keep him in mind. Back to on-field action now as O'Grady finds Moodham on the right side. Back to O'Grady, United forced back. Played into the centre to Ben Mackey. He slips, he tries to receive the ball. Taylor dispossesses him and plays it back to Aidan Stone. And Coventry RFC are on the scoreboard at 7-3. A penalty kick to Coventry RFC has been converted. Another goal from League One. Burton lead Cardiff by 1-0. Still no goals in the Premier League. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Championship. Well, because I was up until 4 AM last night playing on FIFA, so I'm going to be a little bit dopey today. I'm tired, I'm full of sugar, I'm not going to be on form today. Burgess heads it to Moodham in defence. Cox plays it forward to O'Grady on the halfway line. O'Grady's long ball towards Beckley, cut out well by Luke Wright. Wilson in the centre circle, plays it forward to David Burks. Free kick to Brocton for a foul by Coleman on Burks. Still remains 0-0 after around 15 minutes. Some goals from League One. Fleetwood 1, Sheffield United 0, Northampton 1, Bristol Rovers 0, and Shrewsbury 0, Swindon 1. And it's still 0-0 between Port Vale and Coventry City. Offside called against Lomas as the free kick was put in. So the free kick was taken by Rich Morris on the edge of his penalty area. Jamie Coleman gently striding forward and finds Thornton on the halfway line, plays it back into United's half with Coleman again. It's lofted ball down the left hand side. Beckley tries to control it, brings it away from Wright. Surrounded by green shirts and Wright able to nick it away and hoof it upfield. Coleman brings back for United now. Chris Cox. O'Grady. Now Jean Decory. Thornton. And makes his way through one man. Mackey. Flowers able to finish the job. Offside called against Dominic Dell. Promising move of Coventry United coming undone there as Mackey couldn't return the ball to Thornton, but Brocton won't take advantage of that as Dell was caught offside. Cox. O'Grady switches it to Moodham on the right. Back to O'Grady. Decory wants it. It's played into the centre circle with Jamie Coleman. What options has he got forward? Coleman striding further and further away from the defence. Has a go. Well, you don't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket, but some tickets are better than others. Talking of raffles, I wonder if certain Mr. Reynolds is going to be successful again. It's a fix. It's a fix, I'm telling you. Forget transfer bonds. This is the football scandal of the week. Forget about Allardyce, forget about Hasselbank. It's all about these guys right there. I'm throwing the Daily Telegraph tomorrow. I might make a few bob off that. Aidan Stone makes the clearance. It's not done by Lomas. Burgess takes it away from Dell and puts it out for a throw. Remains 0-0 here at Sphinx Drive, as it does in many of the games in the professional league. Still no goals in the Premier League. Just a 2 in the Championship, with Burton leading Cardiff and Villa losing to Preston. Walsall now in front against Millwall in League One. It's 1-0. Oh, wait, we've actually just got a message through from the Coventry United Supporters Club. Latest manager odds, I believe this is for Coventry City. Elvis Presley's at 2-1. Surprisingly, I'm at 4-1. I haven't put in my application yet, but certainly time for that. And a rank outside of here, Daisy the Cow's at 50-1. So she sounds happy about that. I don't know who'd take the job right now. But I can confirm I'm not looking to leave Hillsborough match day just yet. So sorry, Tim Fisher, you're going to have to find yourself another mug. they're trying to get rid of me here. They're trying to get rid of me. I've only been doing it for about 8 months and they already want rid of me. I'll tell you what. As a long ball forward towards Beckley was caught just in time by Aidan Stone. Not too much to tell you about in the chances department today. Not the most creative of fixtures. It seems as if it's the same at Vale Park. It's still Port Vale 0, Coventry City 0. And Coventry RFC still losing at home to Hartbury. So it's not been the most fruitful of times for the local clubs. In fact, now it's another try, and Hartbury are now 12-3 in front. Steve Leonard with a try for Hartbury, but no conversion. So it's getting even worse for Coventry RFC. 12-3 down. Is David Burke in the edge of the area, loses that to Coleman. Cox tries to play it away, but only as far as Wilson. Robinson onto the right-hand side. Lomas puts it in. Dell's waiting. Head away by Burgess, but it's only found Burks. And once again, Coleman able to bring it away. Here comes Joshua Grady with space on the right-hand side. Hardiman tries to make himself a nuisance there for Brocton. It's played to the centre with Thornton. Switch to the left-hand side now with Lewis Hudson. Good side challenge there from Luke Wright to bring it away from Beckley on the left side. But it will now throw in to Coventry United. Taken by Hudson. Decory, the August Player of the Month, loses out to Burks. Lomas plays it forward. Intercepted by Burgess. A little bit of indecision there from Coventry United. Grady plays it onto the right wing with Pierre Mudim. On the edge of the area is Ben Mackey. He's being held there by Flowers, but it's now come to Jean Decory. Will he try one from here? Mackey's got the ball back. He's forced to play it to Hudson. Beckley. Hudson's made a forward run, but Beckley is forced to play it further back to Thornton. Jean Decory. Side challenge attempt there from Burks. It is now a Coventry United free kick there. First from Burks and then from Vaughan. Both trying to nick the ball away unsuccessfully. It still remains Coventry 0, Brocton 0. 20 minutes into the game. This is the best chance of the game for Coventry United as Thornton puts a free kick into the penalty area and the referee wants it taken again.
Well, that's that idea you got now, isn't it, ref? Well done. Get hold of it on one and make sure we organise a two-centre.
Well, Mackey took a little bit too long there to control the free kick. It would have been a good chance. It is taken now. A short one between Thornton and O'Grady. O'Grady tries to put it onto the left wing, nodded on by Beckley. Hudson has got there under pressure from Lomas. Hudson tries to put the cross in, and it's been deflected off Lomas for a Coventry United corner. Well, the free kick routine didn't work out as the Red and Greens were expecting, but they have got themselves another chance with a corner. And I've got to say, it's been a very low-scoring day here at Hillsborough Matchday, with just a couple of goals in the entire top 4 leagues of English football. Still no goals from the Premier League. O'Grady tries to whip this one in. It's cleared in the near post by Flowers. Decory will head it to Hudson. Another crossing opportunity. He's worked his way, passes opposite number 3. Hudson still going. And saved by the goalkeeper. And O'Grady puts the rebound over the crossbar with Stone on the ground. United's best chance of the game. Great work from Hudson to get himself around Adam Robinson into the penalty area. Parried well by Aidan Stone. O'Grady unable to turn the rebound into the net. It remains 0-0 at Sphinx Drive. And Stone prepares to get the game started again with the goal kick. Hudson. Long ball towards Mackey. And headed forward there by the number 4, Ben Taylor. Hardiman's awaiting on the left-hand side. Control wasn't the best. And it's put out of play by Pierre Mudim, but still an opportunity for Brocton. Throws it into the box. Dominic Dell with his back to goal. Puts it in. And it's just about kept away from the goal from Jamie Coleman. Looked like it may have been heading in from the United centre-back. United come away now with Josh O'Grady striding forward, finds Decory in the centre. Limited options for the August Player of the Month. He's being out-muscled by Tom Vaughan, and it's a Coventry United throw-in halfway into the Brocton half. Hudson plays a 1-2 with Coleman. Hudson puts it into the penalty area. Handball claims there against Mackey. United still with the ball, but a lot further back now as a clearance was met by Coleman. Thornton plays it to centre-back Callum Burgess. Back to Coleman. United just looking for a little bit of space to put the ball into. Mackey once again plays it back to Coleman. Cox. A lofted ball looking for Mikael Beckley. And he's got there. He's out-muscled Luke Wright. Beckley may try on himself here. He tried to find Thornton. O'Grady has got on the edge of the area. O'Grady has took a couple of deflections. And Moodin will keep that one in and put the cross towards the far post. And it's headed away. But Lomas slips as he tries to finish the job. United regroup from the back. Coleman. Thornton, surrounded by green shirts, tries to find Hudson, and a free kick is given as 3 Brocton players surrounded the former Coventry City man. Remains 0-0 between Coventry United and Brocton. We are 25 minutes into the game. Free kick taken. Thornton to Ben Mackey on the edge of the area. Puts it onto the left-hand side. Crossing opportunity for Hudson. Hudson puts it in and caught at the near post there by Aidan Stone. Stone ready to launch this one forward. Volleys it away. It's gone over Dell. It's head forward by Burgess. Beckley won't keep that one in. It will be a Brocton throw. Right, nodded on by Lomas. Burks with an opportunity to cross from the right-hand side under pressure from Decory and Coleman, and the United pairing able to dispossess the Brocton attacker. Cox can't control it, but it's found its way to Mackey. Beckley, as United look to make their way into the Brocton half, played back to Lewis Hudson. Now Cox, Dell's right behind him, but Cox able to release the ball and find Kevin Thornton striding forward under pressure from Wilson. Thornton puts it into the penalty area. Great chance now for Ben Mackey. Blocked well from Ben Taylor. Mackey will be disappointed with that one. He should have taken it quicker. It remains 0-0. Great opportunity for Coventry United. United regain possession in the midfield. Beckley. And it's a tapped out of play there by Vaughan for a United throw. Hudson, side challenge from behind. Referee calls for a free kick and a yellow card. It is indeed a booking there for the number 10, David Burks. Still 0-0 in Stoke between Port Vale and Coventry City, but I'm hearing that City are actually on top. I'm hearing that they've had the best of the opportunities. A couple from Gail Bigaramana and Daniel Aguiyi. In fact, Aguiyi actually had a goal disallowed for an earlier foul a couple of minutes ago. And so from what we're hearing, looks like whatever Venus is doing, but it's certainly...
we're going to work playoff.
But it certainly looks like Venus is City's fire and their desire. So I'm here all week.
Oh, please don't.
Well, I'm here all season, so there you go.
You're getting the job you want me.
We do have a laugh here on Hillsford match day. As Burgess strides away from the box. I tell you what, having a laugh is all we can do right now. It's not been the best of games. Thornton keeps the ball away from Vaughan. Grady on the right. Very physical Brocton team keeping United quiet at the moment. United have had the majority of possession. Hudson looking for a cross from the left-hand side. Puts it in. It's flashed across the face of goal and chested out by Adam Robinson before it could get to Josh O'Grady. Good cross there from Hudson. Making a statement on his return to the first team after a suspension. Goal in League One, Bradford lead Chesterfield by 1-0. Rochdale in front of Charlton. Rochdale leading Charlton by 1-0 at the Valley, but still no goals between Vale and Coventry City. Corner is put in and pushed away at the near post by Stone, and eventually put out for a throw-in by the Brocton defender. Now United starting to take control of this game. Thornton brings it away from Dell. Now Decory. 1-2 with Mackie there. Decory comes with the ball once again. Cox, he's got Moodham on the right and finds Pierre Moodham, but the control wasn't there and Hardiman wins it back, and Robinson has got to try and get his one away now, and he's put it out for another throw-in, this time right in the corner for Coventry United. And Moodham's got options with Thornton and O'Grady, but he's going to leave it to Jamie Coleman. Well, Coleman is to throw-ins what Josh O'Grady is to free kicks. Let's see where we can pull off another bit of magic here from the throw-in on the right-hand side of the pitch. It's put in and Cox will find his heel on that one, and it's caught by Aidan Stone. Good piece of goalkeeping there from Stone. It looked like it was just going to loop over the goalkeeper, but the Brocton number 1 able to keep it out. And here's Cox once again, lays it off to Hudson on the left-hand side. Decory. Plays it forward to Kevin Thornton. Decory. Onto the left once again with Hudson. He tries to find Thornton once again, but Vaughan boots that one out for another throw-in, this time on the left. So 15 minutes to go until half-time. As usual, we will be taking a short break to swap the laptop battery to make sure we can bring you the second half in full. So do look for the second live event on the channel after half-time. Throw-in is put in and head out, but it will fall to Pierre Moodham. Lays it off to Thornton. O'Grady on the right, looking to put one back into the penalty area. And it's Thornton. O'Grady. Moodham. Is it up to Thornton? Back to O'Grady. Shooting opportunity now for Josh O'Grady. Oh, it's on the top corner! The wait is over! Josh O'Grady's first league goal of the season. We've had to wait for it, but it was well worth the wait. O'Grady finds the top scorer. That's what we want to see. We haven't seen the best of him so far this season, but Josh O'Grady is off the mark in the Midland League Premier Division and in some style. Great work there between Moodham, Thornton and O'Grady. And last season's top scorer was offered a brilliant opportunity and he found the top corner with the greatest of ease. Coventry United 1, Brocton 0. Welcome back to the score sheet, Josh O'Grady. Well, as we say, it's been a difficult season for O'Grady so far. That is, I believe, his first league goal of the season after around 35 last year. United having to stave off some pressure from Brocton, but then they come away once again with O'Grady. Cox wants it forward, O'Grady cutting in, he's got his confidence back and finds Thornton. Is that the goal the catalyst that United need? And Thornton into the penalty area, now takes the pass to the defender. Wow! 2-0! Kevin Thornton joins in the fun! Incredible run from Thornton into the penalty area. Beats one, beats two, boom! Past the goalkeeper. Well, goals are like buses in Coventry. You wait for one for half an hour, then two come along at once. And it's Kevin Thornton who makes it 2-0 for Coventry United. What a couple of minutes for the Red and Greens. They've dominated the game and now they're showing it on the score sheet. Coventry United 2, Brocton 0. Well, I tell you what, blinking you'll miss something here at Sphinx Drive. We've not had that much action in the first half an hour, but as soon as that clock hits the 30th minute, United have been all over that opposite goal. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. Absolutely sensational here at Sphinx Drive. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing the highlights from this one. So first Joshua Grady with his first goal of the season, then Kevin Thornton after a brief spell of pressure from Brocton. Around 10 minutes before half time, United in firm control on the pitch and on the score sheet. Mudim fires it up the other end of the pitch, looking for Ben Mackey, and Mackey, good chest control to save off the attempts of Flowers to bring the ball away. Thornton, slight chance from behind by Flowers, that looked nasty, and that's got to be a yellow card, and it is for Flowers. Well, a very physical Brocton team have been trying to use their strength to keep United away from that goal. It hasn't quite worked out, and they've resorted to a couple of dodgy challenges now. It is a yellow card for Harry Flowers, the centre-back. Thornton is moving a little bit gingerly, no pun intended, but he does look okay, and he should be able to continue. So 10 minutes away from half-time, and it is Coventry United 2, Brocton 0. Ben Mackey is going to receive a little bit of treatment. He's on the floor just outside the penalty area. Thornton now actually looks all right. He's moving okay. He's not the problem. It's Mackey who's... he went down a little bit earlier on in the match after he had a good chance in front of goal and remained on the ground for around 20-30 seconds. And let's hope that no early substitutions are needed. But United do have a strong bench like the majority of times now. I mean, although we've had a couple of departures in recent weeks with Adelia Ali, Matt Brown, Gary Moran and Elliot Palmer all leaving in the last month or so, United do still have Rob Inzel, Kai Williams, Muzzy and Duna, Gif Musa and Brian and Love on the bench, and there is going to be a change, and it is Ben Mackey coming off, and it is going to be number 15 Muzzy and Duna replacing him. So Mackey unable to continue here at Sphinx Drive. So 10 minutes before half time we have our first change, as the former Coventry City striker, who has been in top form recently, makes his way off the pitch. We'll try and get a update on Ben's injury a little bit later on for you if we can. But Mackey's day is at an end. He makes his way off the pitch to be replaced by an old favourite at Coventry United. Hasn't been as prominent in the starting 11 as he would have liked in recent weeks, but Muzzy and Duna is back on the pitch. Let's see what Nduna can do. So really, United without an out-and-out striker. You'd probably say that Mikael Beckley will play down the centre. He can play on either wing and up front. So chances are it will be Beckley leading United's attacking charge now, with Nduna on the left and O'Grady on the right. And O'Grady will be taking this free kick from the right-hand side of the penalty area. Beckley, Nduna and Cox in the area. It's put in towards the near post and swung away there by Robinson, but back with United as John LeCoury tried to put it forward. It's back in United's half now. Rich Rice now with the ball, lays it off to Callum Burgess, and a goal at Vale Park. Sky Blue fans rejoice. It's 1-0 to Coventry City, and blimey, Marvin Sordell again. That's 2 straight games that he's scored in. I don't know where he's earned them goals, but it's a good job that he started laying them off now. He's top scorer.
1-1, come on, wake up.
Oh, wait, is it 1-1 now? Oh, thank God for that. So the internet's not very fast, so I'm a little bit behind today. But there you go, Coventry City in front at Vale Park. It looks like the change of manager has worked for the Sky Blues, with Mark Venus in charge. Marvin Sordell has scored, and I've been told that Gail Bigaromana with the assist, and Sordell able to smash it into the goal. So the score at Vale Park, Port Vale 0, Coventry City 1. Ball forward, looking to find Beckley. It's put out of play there. United with a throw-in. Right, still not going very well for Coventry RFC. They're still 12 points to 13 behind at Butts Park at home to Hartbury. Thornton forced into the corner and it's put out of play by, I believe that was, I think that was Ben Taylor who put it out. Throwing taken, Muzzy and Duna. O'Grady back to Nduna, and the first touch takes it away from United. But Decory intercepts. Tries to play to the right hand side, cut out by Hardiman. Coleman picks it up in defence. And now is Lewis Hudson with space on the left hand side. Hudson's looked in decent form today on his return from suspension. Tries to find Beckley. Good pressure from behind from Taylor to win the ball back. Lomas. Taylor. Back to Stone, who hoops that one clear. Burgess will head that one forward. Thornton, good control. Switches it onto the left hand side now with Hudson. He's got Nduda in front of him, but will cut it back into the centre of the park with Cox. Back to Hudson. Dodges the challenge of Daniel Lomas. Still going. And a challenge from behind by Lomas. And is that going to be another yellow card? It was not the best of challenges, certainly, from the Brocton skipper. Referee certainly does want a word. But no yellow card necessary.
Number 10 was first, but 10. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got an absolute goal flurry recently in the top 4 leagues. We had about half an hour with no goals at all. As Gray tries to put in a cross and it's cleared away. But it seems as if the form book has really done us a good blow here. I mean, Coventry United really dominating the game at nothing in terms of goal mouth action until the 30th minute, and it seems it's exactly the same all around the country. West Brom leads Sunderland by 1-0. Bournemouth winning at Watford as well. Nottingham Forest 1-0 up at Bristol City. As Beckley with an opportunity on goal, it's smothered by Stone before he can get onto the ball. Leeds lead Barnsley by 1-0 in the Yorkshire derby. Preston 2, Aston Villa 0. Looks like Roberto Di Matteo is going to have to regroup after this result. A dreadful first 2 months for Robbie Di Matteo. Brighton lead Sheffield Wednesday by 1-0. And of course the one scoreline that we've been keeping an eye on in the last half an hour, Coventry City lead Port Vale by 1-0. But the big question is, how long will it last for? If I know Coventry City, it won't last for long. Let's keep our fingers crossed that City can win their first game of the season. Here's Beckley on the edge of the area. Thornton. A low cross towards Beckley, cut out well there by Ben Taylor. Dell. Surrounded by red shirts here, able to brush off the challenges and plays it back into defence with Wright. Fires it onto the left wing, looking for Hardiman. Moodham gets there first and volleys it forward. Only as far as Vaughan. Lomas will pick it up on the right hand side and lays it off to Wright. Lofted ball down the right hand side. Intercepted by Burgess. Tries to find O'Grady. And Decory able to take it away from Josh Wilson, who tried to dispossess the United man. O'Grady threads it through to Muzzy and Duna. Laid up to Cox. Lofted ball towards the left hand side. Hudson was never going to get that one. And a promising bit of play there for Coventry United comes to an end. Nathan Griff are losing by 1-0 against Racing Club Warwick. I'm being told on Facebook that Bedworth are losing their FA Cup match as well. I'll just try and find out who they're playing. Again, that's just our Facebook, so I could be completely wrong. But we'll try and get some news on that match. And indeed, yes, they are playing Curzon Ashton. And in fact, now it's Bedworth 0, Curzon Ashton 3. So Bedworth are heading out of the FA Cup. A valiant attempt from the Greenbacks, of course, ending United's FA Cup dream last month. Callum Burgess plays it forward to O'Grady on the halfway line, lays it off to Pierre Moudin. Beckley, beautiful touch to take it away there from Flowers. Puts it into the centre and easily dealt with there by Ben Taylor, who puts it out for a Coventry United throw. But United fully on top here. Can they go and get themselves a third goal and make sure of the 3 points? Thornton taps it over to O'Grady. Moudin, challenge attempt there from Robertson, takes the ball away from United. Dominic Dell under pressure from Callum Burgess, lays it off to Wright. He's got Lomas in support but plays it back to Ben Taylor in defence. Now Wright once again with a little bit more time on the ball. Hoofs it down the right hand side. No one there in a green shirt. That will fall into the grateful hands of Coventry United's resident goalkeeper, Rich Morris. So the score, as we are just minutes away from half time, remains Coventry United 2, Brocton 0. Here's Josh O'Grady on the right hand side, halfway into the pitch. Lofted ball towards Nduna. Now Thornton. Cox able to bring it away from Burks. Thornton back to the Corey in the centre circle. Forward to Nduna. Nicked away from Wilson. Sloppy passing in the centre for Coventry United. Will it cost them as Lomas lays it off to Tom Vaughan in the centre circle. Under pressure from Thornton, but finds Adam Robinson at left back. Forced to play it back to Adam Stone. Good pressure from Coventry United. Repelling anything that Brocton have to offer. I've got to say the visitors have tried their best, but we are seeing just why they are second from bottom right now. It's not been the best of performances from Brocton. So we are into injury time now, I believe. Well, in fact, there's no injury time at all, as Coventry United leave the field with a 2-goal advantage. As soon as the clock hit 30 minutes, United came alive. Although they dominated the game until that point, Josh O'Grady finding the top corner for his first league goal of the season. Literally 2 minutes after that, Kevin Thornton was able to put it past Aidan Stone for the second goal. Could have been more for Coventry United. A couple of decent opportunities. One for Ben Mackey in the first few minutes, but Mackey unfortunately had to come off towards the end of the first half. He was replaced by Muzzy and Nduna. But we are set to go for the second half in around 15 minutes time as Coventry United lead Brocton by 2-0. We'll be back very shortly here on Hillsborough Matchday, sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant. Stick around, we'll be back in around 10 minutes time.